They fired 30% of your department, replaced them with an algorithm, and you survived. Management called you into a room, shook your hand, and told you that your unique expertise is exactly what the company needs to navigate this new era. You walked out of that room, breathing a sigh of relief. You think you won, but you didn't. You didn't beat the system. You just fell into the most sophisticated psychological trap in modern business. You see, the greatest lie you were ever told about your career fits into a single word: indispensable. For decades, the golden rule of corporate survival was to make yourself so valuable that they couldn't fire you. Be the expert. Be the load-bearing wall. But in the age of artificial intelligence and mass corporate restructuring, the rules of the game have changed. When a company buys an AI solution, they sell a fantasy to the board of directors. Infinite productivity with zero human cost. So, they fire the juniors. They fire the support staff. But there is a dirty little secret that executives whisper behind closed doors. The AI is a sociopath. It is fast, it is confident, and it is frequently completely wrong. It hallucinates. It lacks context. It cannot navigate the chaotic, unwritten political rules of your specific company. The AI cannot operate independently. It needs a babysitter, a very senior, very exhausted, highly technical babysitter. Welcome to your new job title. You are no longer a senior analyst, an R&D engineer, or a lead developer. You are a human API. You are the invisible bridge connecting the hallucinations of a machine to the delusions of your executives. You are the one fixing the broken code in silence. You are the one answering the panicked emails at 8 p.m. because the algorithm hallucinated a financial report. You are doing the work of the 3 people they fired, plus the emotional labor of translating the AI's output into reality. And here is where the indispensable trap snaps shut. Because you are the only one who knows how to fix the machine. Because you are the single point of failure, preventing the entire department from collapsing. You have become too valuable to be free. If they promote you, they lose the only mechanic who knows how the engine works. If they move you, the system dies. The reward for your elite competence isn't a seat at the executive table. The reward is solitary confinement. Eventually, the exhaustion overrides the fear. You realize you are the architect of the margin. So, you do exactly what the career books tell you to do. You document your value. You walk into your annual review, present the mathematical proof of your output, and ask for the promotion. And this is where the system executes its most brilliant psychological countermeasure. They don't say no. Saying no might make you quit. Instead, they weaponize ambiguity. They deploy the gaslighting of excellence. When your technical performance is flawless, management must invent subjective metrics to deny your leverage. They look at the person single-handedly keeping the servers from catching fire and say, "Your technical work is great, but we need to see more leadership. You need to be more visible." It is a deliberate catch-22. They demand you become more visible, but if you stop doing the invisible, grueling work of holding up the department to go play office politics, the entire system collapses. You are trapped by your own competence, and then they deliver the kill shot. They look you in the eye and say, "You know, with the recent restructuring and the new AI integration taking over so many roles, you should really be grateful to have such a secure position right now." This is the gratitude trap. They use the macroeconomic fear of artificial intelligence to outsource the company's anxiety onto your nervous system. They are terrified of losing you. Replacing a load-bearing expert is an operational nightmare. but it is financially profitable to make you terrified of losing them. They want the stability of your expertise without the cost of your leverage. So, you go back to your desk, you keep fixing the AI's hallucinations. You keep covering for the managers who perform leadership theatre while having no idea how the actual work gets done. You pay what I call the integrity tax. Because you have integrity, because you care about the quality of the work. You cannot let the system fail. And the company knows this. They are monetizing your work ethic. Your professionalism has become the very leash they use to control you. But what if you stopped caring? What if the only way to escape the prison of excellence is to master the dark art of strategic incompetence? If the reward for digging the best hole is simply a bigger shovel, the only logical move is to drop the shovel. Welcome to the dark art of calibrated incompetence. It sounds like a joke, but it is the most sophisticated survival strategy in the modern corporate world. It is not about being lazy. It is about understanding the brutal mathematics of your own value. The fundamental flaw of the high performer is the fixer mentality. You silently catch the AI's mistakes. You act as the invisible, intellectual safety net for everyone around you. But remember the rule of corporate physics. Management rarely notices the engine that runs perfectly. They only notice the smoke. So, let there be smoke. Stop subsidizing the system's incompetence with your unpaid sanity. When the $1 million algorithm generates a flawed report, do not stay until midnight fixing it. Let the flawed report hit the executive's desk. Let the system fail. When the failure becomes visible to the architects, your invisible labor suddenly becomes highly tangible. You are no longer the quiet expert in the corner. You have just revealed the expectation gap, and this is where you execute the final maneuver. The value exchange. You do not threaten to quit. Leverage is silent. Instead, you build a value portfolio. You map out exactly how your invisible work is the only thing keeping their new automated reality from collapsing. You don't ask for a raise out of loyalty. You present a bill for keeping the ship afloat. You force them to realize that replacing a load-bearing expert is an operational nightmare they cannot afford. You trade your expertise capital for actual compensation or autonomy. And if they refuse, if they are too structurally addicted to management theatre to pay you what you are worth, then you take your expertise capital and you leave. You stop trying to fix a culture that is mathematically designed to punish your competence. You stop being the human API for a company that treats you like a line of code. The system is broken, but your mind doesn't have to be. If you have ever been the invisible safety net for an incompetent system, I want to hear your story in the comments below. When did you realize that surviving the layoffs was just the beginning of the trap? Subscribe to the channel. We are pulling the invisible mechanisms of the corporate world into the light together. Welcome to Subtext.